Hey guys, it's Jessica, and I wanted to take advantage of the beautiful weather today to join you outside and talk about a subject that's been on my mind for a long time, but I have been struggling to kind of figure out how to talk about without being offensive. And I just thought, you know what, whatever, I'm not going to try to control it. Let's talk about twin flames. Let's talk about the concept of twin flames and how it can be both beneficial and also very toxic if we allow it to be toxic. So if you've come and you've clicked on this video because you're like, oh great, Jessica Sharp's going to teach me how to find my twin flame, I think that this video will be very helpful for you, but maybe not in the way that you want it to be. Still, I think there's a lot that just really needs to be named around the concept of twin flames and how it is lighting up kind of like our desires and our culture. So first, let's define, what is a twin flame? A twin flame is thought to be a relationship, usually romantic. It's kind of like a soulmate who we are meant to kind of travel together through lifetimes with, and this person, significant other, is meant to kind of help us find our true authentic self, to help support our growth and our evolution of soul, which isn't always fun, which doesn't always feel the best, can sometimes, all growth can be uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. So a twin flame is somebody who you could think of as like meant to be part of your life, maybe for an entire, marriage that lasts like a lifetime until death, or maybe just for a little while, that's meant to kind of be a boon for your soul and a person who can help foster your soul's growth. Why do I think that can be toxic? Well, I'm a Reiki practitioner by trade, and I have had too many clients over the years say things to me like, well, my significant other treats me like fill in the blank, but I know that they're my twin flame, and I know that twin flames are supposed to be messy, so therefore, like, I'm gonna stay. And really, that's using the concept of twin flames to normalize abuse and toxicity, which is not the same as a twin flame. Now, we live in a culture where there's a lot of pressure put on us to find romance, and there's a lot of value put on romantic relationships. Now, I do want to be clear that the people that I'm sort of using this example of, like, I'm going to stay in this relationship because I know there's a twin flame, even though there's extreme toxicity and borderline abuse, is not just women, it's men as well. Okay, so like we have really been trained and conditioned in our Western culture to, seek out romantic relationships because that's what we somehow need, or that's the only way that we are able to find people with which to hold space for our souls. That in itself is not always healthy, and the reason I name it is because I don't want to, if you're watching this video and you're like, this is kind of speaking to me, this resonates with me, I'm not trying to blame anybody. Victim blaming is not the name of the game here, but it's just important to kind of understand that a romantic relationship, a twin flame relationship, is not necessarily the be-all end-all. And we've been heavily cultivating a culture where the focus and the onus is on us to be in a romantic relationship. Otherwise, we're missing out on something. And I think that twin flame is kind of coming under that umbrella where we want to be spiritual. We want to feel connected to the, to the universe, and we want to feel like we have these gifts and these beautiful things in our life that are helping us to kind of grow our soul. The problem happens when you take the label twin flame and slap it on whatever relationship you're in at the moment, regardless of whether or not it's actually a healthy relationship. So I wanted to make this video to say, hey guys, the concept of twin flames is so fun. Who wouldn't want that, right? Who wouldn't want to find a soulmate? Who wouldn't want to have a relationship in which we feel actually authentically held and supported as we go through and process our own spiritual evolution, unpack our trauma, finding somebody who can hold the space for that and still think that we're sexy? That's amazing. Who wouldn't want that? But please, 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 life is not a game of Pokemon We don't have to collect all of the spiritual things in order to be whole, because we're already whole. So things like, you know, I found this and I found that and I found my twin flame. I'm collecting my things. That's not, you don't need that. And I felt compelled to make this video because I'm so tired. I'm so tired of working with clients who, again, label whatever crappy relationship they're in as a twin flame relationship because they want so desperately to feel that there's a universal connection there, even when it's just, they're just using the label of twin flame as a means to justify abuse. So if that's you, that's okay. That's okay. Of course. I mean, I wouldn't be making this video if I hadn't done that myself, you know, in my young life and in decades past. We all want to feel we have a soulmate. And I want to give you permission to know that you're whole with or without a twin flame, that you are whole with or without a relationship, and that you're worthy of love whether or not you're in a romantic partnership at the moment. So I thank you so much. Thank you for letting me get on my soapbox, and I will see you next time.